I think we're live. I think this is working. Trying it out with a partner this time. Sorry, he's on this side. Perry's in that window. Perry's been helping me out. You might be able to hear him a little bit on his side there. I'm going to jump in the chat here to see who we got. I just jumped us live, so Perry's going to have to catch
But
up. Oop, I'm sorry, I got my speakers on. Rookie mistake. There's
hey,
nobody in the chat, don't worry. There's literally no one. Nobody would watch this, and you know
that's
that better
okay.
than I. Let's see here. I'm going that
I,
way. Let me grab.
I gamed for about 4 hours, like 5 minutes
Oh, I did get a package in the mail,
within
so I
like.
got a couple of books I can share. Um, oh my goodness.
Hey, we got Jay, budget collecting. We got Kachun in the chat. How's it going? Good evening. This is technical support with John and Perry.
Really, it's with Perry, who has been guiding me in a
No,
big way. And I got a bigger forehead, but I'm doing all right. I'm not super. I'm not super large. I can mess with Perry now and make him like grow really big. Just look, he's like shaking. People are like, "Why are you doing this show right now?" Because I can.
she said you're wrong. The DK said you're wrong. Uh, Kachun and I
All
are here.
you are
Let's
Delphia.
see.
You and Kachung
Oh, we
are
got Reggie
always
here.
there.
Dude, they hung out with me until like 3 in the morning this
John or
past
Julie
weekend. It
with
was
that
awesome.
headset. Is that Reggie's in the chat? He was making fun of my ability to decorate
Let's go,
today
Reggie.
on his live stream with his 3,000. He's taking shots. Shots are fired. I'm just telling you, shots were fired today. Reggie, Reggie telling Alec, don't listen to John's advice. When you want to make your place look good, don't listen to John. He's probably right, but shots were fired. Be ready. It's gonna come back around. This shit's gonna come back around. Sorry, I just cursed on my channel. I
Oh man, it's teachers after
Julie, the
dark.
time life operator. Yeah, this is calling in. Yes. By the way, just so you know, you're free to land on runway 12. I got this headset. I got this headset so that I would have less to plug in on the OBS side, and I already don't like it, but it's working. I think I know you like me, Reggie. I know you do. So this is something.
Realistically, you're acting like you're streaming, but you're streaming and have a second job at the same
Well,
time.
right. I have to make sure
Let's talk
that
about
your
comics,
Taco Bell order comes
man.
out the way you want it. that's my that's my goal here. All right. So this is another OBS test run. We're just kind of making things work here. Perry was helping me out, and I thought, hey, why not share some books? I don't know, Perry, have you bought anything good lately? You've been reading anything? I know you got a whole crud
Um,
load of indie trades lately. What was anything you want to brag about?
Oblivion Song. You've read
I've
that,
read
right?
the. I think I have the first three issues.
I so what I like about the trade is it doesn't let you know when issue one ends and when issue two begins. It's very seamless. Like they integrated it so it's very
Nice.
flowy. So I must be on like the third or fourth book by now, and I really like it. Like I think they optioned it for what a movie or a show, and man, I would totally
I think
watch it.
it's I
It is freaking
for
awesome.
me, I feel like the idea was a better idea than The Walking Dead. Like it had more longevity in my mind because Walking Dead, I feel like you get it
Hands
after like a couple of seasons or a couple of trades. Like I get it. I don't need 15 years of it. Like after a while, I was like, I'm definitely done. Oblivion Song, I could see having
But it's cool
longer
because
legs.
it's just a city. It's just a city, and it's like you don't know if they're going into another dimension. You don't know if the city's like you don't really understand what's going on, and then it's like the U.S. government's involved, and they don't want to help Americans, and then we find out there's like over 100 Americans in this place that started their own society. Like it's really like it's like you keep going down the rabbit hole, and
It's
like more
really
stuff
cool.
starts
Yeah.
popping up. I like.
I saw your comment, TJ. You can redact it all you want. I saw it. I saw it. And yes, you should totally pick Alec. You don't need me to tell you to pick Alec. Pick Alec. Like this is just me and Perry messing around. Perry's helping me figure out OBS. This is not story comic core, although I'm sure Alec is going off the rails on his show right now at the same time. This is just messing around a little bit. I'm going to show off a couple of DC books. So if Reggie bails right now, that's all good. But I got my man Perry here. Perry's a big DC fan. Figured I got a couple
Heck
of
yeah,
what I would say are really
that's
minor
right.
but potentially awesome DC key first appearances.
Okay, let's see what's
All
up,
right.
John.
This one, so they came together. I got a deal for
I,
both of them. Do you know this book?
let's see. I'm on a slight
Oh,
delay,
yeah, you're right.
so
Sorry. This is Batman issue
it's all good.
475.
Ooh, yeah, I think I have that. That's the
This
puppeteer,
is the
right?
first Renee Montoya. She's one of the police officers on the Gotham Police Department. I really do think she's an interesting character, a cool character. Reggie says he loves DC. Renee is an actually really cool character. She was on the animated series, and she's shown up in a couple other places as well. Most interestingly, lately, I also got this book with it. She has become the new Question. This is one of the cool
Ooh.
sort of Watchmen-esque characters on the DC universe. The Question is an older character, but Renee Montoya has become the Question, and she's in the new Lois Lane book, which was excellent. And I liked her so much in that story that it made me want to seek out her first appearance. I was enjoying it well enough.
Now, questions coming out in Black Label later this year, right?
Is it? I would be pumped on that.
I think so. I think so.
Is this better than
I've
Batman?
seen something on it. Not just the
I
same
think
time.
Renee Montoya is possibly a
I,
really interesting character, and I think
oh man, Reggie.
and Reggie's dropping fire in the chat, man. He's a riot. He gets going.
Dude, Batman, that makes me so mad when people think of DC and all they think is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I get it. There's a
Yeah,
trinity. But there's such a vast catalog of DC characters.
but
Oh
could you
man.
argue it's
Get
the
out of
same
here with
problem
your
when
Marvel.
people think that Marvel is just what Captain America, Spider Man, and Wolverine?
Yeah, I kind of know that.
We
Let's be real. Like if it's not colorful, poppy, and has a smile on his face, it's not a Marvel.
That is so baloney. Isn't Marvel always the one where heroes have like huge problems? Heroes can't pay their rent.
Oh, well, Spider-Man can't talk to a girl this week. He's having problems talking to MJ.
Dude, Spider-Man is legit the
He has a
problem
bully at
character. Like
the
he is always the guy who he like nobody likes Peter Parker. I remember hearing Stan Lee talk about Spider-Man, and Reggie will totally back me up on this. Talk about Spider-Man as the kind of superhero that when he shows up to rescue you, people are throwing rocks at him. People hate him. He's not showing up like Superman and everybody's clapping. Spider-Man shows up and the newspaper is calling him a criminal. Police are really out to get him. Like he is legitimately hated. And I think that that's always been something I've really loved. He doesn't stop doing it, right? He can't pay his rent. He struggles to get his degree and get his school done. He make time for his girlfriend. He can't fit anything in, but he is still motivated to go out and fight crime and do the good things. I think that that's what I've always
Well,
found most
with great
endearing
power,
about him. What did you say? What are you throwing out?
I guess. With great power. I've been liking the life story. That's been like to me. It feels like a new take on Spider-Man and seeing him age and seeing that go through the decades. I really like that. Like it's something unique, and it was able to get me to buy a Marvel.
I just bought issue 1 of that. Somebody was selling it for cover price, and I bought issue 1. And so
Oh,
I might try to get. I was gonna just buy the trade, but I saw it for cover price, and I'm like, maybe I could find a bunch of these for cover price still floating around. And there's no huge keys, so I think maybe they'll come down a little bit.
I think the '70s has like the first Black Goblin, which looks freaking awesome.
That sounds cool. Yeah, I've heard great things about
Oh
that
yeah.
run. So, anyways, these are my DC. They're minor keys. They were not super expensive, but when I bought them together, I got a little cut rate. The guy, cut shipping off on the other one. I found them on. I did buy them off the Evil Bay, but I got a pretty good deal. That's what
eBay.
the E stands for. Um, so I got a couple of cool Batman keys. They will show up on my Instagram at some point for those Batman fans and those DC fans. I do think. I mean, I always thought the Question was kind of an interesting character, but seeing Renee take over that role, I think would be badass. So I'm curious to read that issue.
Okay. Trying to see what are the DC books. I know Spectre's been in Detective Comics lately, which has been awesome.
The Spectre is a cool character, and I remember getting into the Spectre more when it was Hal Jordan was the Spectre for a little while. I don't know if you read any of that storyline where
No, I've heard of it, but I've never actually got a chance to
it
read
was
it.
right before he became like Parallax, and the whole storyline where he was kind of evil, and getting him back to being the good Hal Jordan again was the Spectre was the middle ground, I guess. There, I thought it was a pretty cool storyline there. I wanted to also announce to everybody that tomorrow night, Tuesday, Perry and I are doing an official
Mm.
show, not this like, hey, try it out on OBS thing. We are doing an official show tomorrow night, and we are going to have Chad, 90 Miles from Comics, on with us. This will be directly after the Buyer Pass, and we're
Yes,
gonna
we
do
will be
something really
doing
fun with Immortal Hulk, right? So any Immortal Hulk fans or haters, you should all show up,
er,
and we're going to be talking a little Immortal Hulk tomorrow night at, is it we said 9:30 Eastern.
9:30 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
So 9:30 Eastern, 6:30
You said
Pacific.
any Immortal Hulk haters. John, I think the only Immortal Hulk hater will be on the show.
Have you finished the trade?
No, I'm not done with it, but I will be
He's like,
reading it
Perry's
tomorrow.
like, I've already decided I don't like this. Even Reggie says it. Reggie's not a huge
Don't
Hulk
worry,
collector, and Reggie's like, who hates Immortal Hulk? I think it's this guy.
Reggie. When you read a lot of indie books, it's hard to go back to Marvel.
Comic Miscus Played says, hey, we're live. Yeah, we're live too. Sorry about that. I'm just doing a little
Hey,
OBS test run.
you guys want to come on our live? You guys want to? Let's patch you in.
Yeah, right. I could OBS everybody into this. Oh, it's all.
How dare you go live against me?
Who's is that? Alec?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude, I'm just testing something out. I'm not like stealing your audience. I have like 5 people in here, and all of them are apparently Comic Core members who are doing another show right now. Get on your own damn show. What the hell is wrong with these people? Jeez, I've
It's
cursed.
funny because right before we went live, I jumped in their
I think
chat.
I've cursed more in this show than any others. What do they say? Come on our show instead.
Oh,
Everybody, they're trying to look even comic heads in here.
and they're on Hangouts. They're not even on Skype.
He said he heard me laughing and he came over. You can hear that well. You got great hearing. Amazing, all the way across the country. Well, I'm gonna finish
Buddy,
this off. So tomorrow night, you can count on a little comic fan Andy. Thank you. You can count on a little Immortal Hulk here on my channel. Perry, Chad, and I, we're going to be looking at that first trade of Immortal Hulk, having a great discussion about this character, the style of that comic, the art versus the writing. I think I'm really surprised that Al Ewing wasn't the big winner of the Eisner Award this year, honestly. So it should be a fun time tomorrow night, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. Immortal Hulk. And Perry
Hulk
will have to
smash.
suffer through talking about Marvel for an entire show.
Oh man, rough.
Well, Perry, I really appreciate the help, brother. And this was very, very useful knowledge, even if I don't particularly like
Okay.
OBS yet, because it's not going to do everything I hoped it would do.
It's Perry's 5-page Hulk reader.
We're
Don't worry, I make sure I read at least 10 pages.
10. All right. Hey, he's doubled. He's doubled. It only
got
took
that.
him a month. He's doubled
know.
what he read. At this pace,
Hey
he'll be
man,
done with Immortal Hulk the whole series in 2045. That's good. That's set.
oh man, I like to fly by the what's the skin of my chair, sin of my. I don't know. I like to do things last minute.
Hey, right there, you're going to be
Oh
reading it
man,
while we're discussing it. I can already predict. All right. Well, thank you to Perry, and thanks for everybody for coming
I'll be
by.
reading on a fire pass.
Oh yeah, watch Buyer Pass tomorrow on Rod's channel.
I'll be on fire pass. You see me reading it during the show.
You're gonna see Perry reading Immortal Hulk. If you're watching right now, jump back over. Apparently, Alec and his whole crew aren't really doing much but talking about me on their show. So
They're gonna,
if you want to hear that, just head on over there and enjoy it. All right. Good night, everybody.